Morocco.
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 المغرب. المغرب.
المغرب.
المغرب.
العربية. أنا مغربي. السلام عليكم الخوت. في هذا الفيديو هذا الوقت اللي كنشرو بقى لنا والو 5000 مشترك وغنوصلوا لفضل سبحانه وتعالى. ثم فضلكم نتوما، عندي الثقه في الله وعندي الثقه فيكم بان نقدروا نوصلوا في اقرب وقت. شكرا بزاف على الدعم ديالكم. باش تعاونونا ما تنساوش ديروا لنا لايك والاشتراك في القناه ديالنا الخوت. تخليو واحد الكومونتير، تكملوا الفيديو حتى الاخر اذا اخترتوا. في هذا الفيديو هذا حاولت نجمع لكم مجموعه الفيديوهات زوينه بحالكم، كنتمنى تعجبكم ونخليكم تشوفوها. وما تنساوش نتلاقاو في الاخر ديال الفيديو.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Estamos al fin aquí en Marruecos, en Marrakech, en tierras africanas. Así que nada, pues os voy a enseñar un poquito de la Medina, os voy a dar un par de consejitos y demás para que podáis venir un poquito más tranquilos, más seguros a esta bella ciudad. Y nada, pues espero que os guste y acompañarme a esta hermosa aventura. Es totalmente recomendable, de verdad, chicos, que os perdáis un poco, sin ningún miedo, porque ya os digo, la ciudad es muy segura, parece que no, pero es muy segura. Merece la pena perderte por las calles de la Medina, la ciudad roja, y no dudes en regatear, pero mi consejo es intenta regatear con algo que realmente vayas a comprar, porque es verdad, mucha gente se molesta, porque imagínate, están 50.000 personas preguntando lo mismo y no se llevan nada, pues al final llegan a molestarse. O sea que si tú crees que vas a comprarlo, regatealo.
En Marruecos. Empezamos cogiendo un taxi de nuestro hotel a la Yemafna, que nos costó 20 dirham, y nos vamos directas al zoco a ver todos los puestos que tienen. Es el sitio perfecto para comprar cualquier souvenir, pero ojo que tendréis que regatear. Después fuimos a comer a Nomad, que tiene unas vistas brutales de todo el mercado, y la verdad que aunque estaba bueno, no era espectacular. De postre, unos dulces de este hombre tan majo que estaban brutales. Nos los comimos delante del Ben Youssef, así que justo después entramos. Cuesta 50 dirham y me parece indispensable verlo porque es súper bonito. Para ir terminando volvimos a pasar por Yemalefna y llegamos hasta la Cotubia para ver el atardecer. Y por último, a cenar. Adiós, viajones.
Así es como se anima cebolleta. Los viajeros, Marrakech en Estados Unidos. La falsificación y la ropa en mal estado.
Así era el ambiente aquí un jueves a las 12 de la noche. La verdad que había un ambiente bastante sano y positivo.
Y así es como se anima cebolleta aquí. ¡No, Majin Buu! Así es como te casas con una mora, Fede. Sí, bailando, ¿no? Bailando, habrá que bailar.
¿En qué estaría pensando el colega?
Welcome back to day 7 of the Morocco vlogs. So we started off with some breakfast at our riad, and I still can't get over how pretty this place is. So our plans today were to just explore the Fez Medina and visit the tanneries, but Google Maps kept taking us the wrong way, so we kept getting lost down alleyways. It's actually the largest Medina in the world, so as you can imagine, it's pretty easy to get lost. So we made our way to the tanneries, and after researching, I found that the best view was from shop number 10. You have to go through one of the shops to be able to get the view of the tanneries, and there are so many people trying to entice you into their shop, telling you they have the best view. They can then try and charge you a lot for using the shop or try and get you to buy something, but from my research I found that shop number 10 and 64 have the best views. I definitely recommend shop number 10. They didn't try and charge us and they weren't pushy at all. The smell there was no joke, so we did buy some mint to mask the smell, but the guy told us it was because they used pigeon poo to soften the leather. I couldn't argue for too long, so then we went to visit the Al-Tareen Madrasa, which I found very similar to the Ben Youssef Madrasa in Marrakesh. And then we headed over to Cafe Clock so I could fuel my mint tea addiction. And this is my awful attempt at trying to video whilst pouring the tea. We then just spent most of the day wandering around the Medina, exploring the shops, etc. I just love walking through markets that sell fresh fruit and veg. We decided to head for food in this place called the Ruined Garden, which I'd seen online. We didn't book, but luckily they had a table for us. I had this stunning tagine, and obviously Owen had the chicken pastilla again, he's obsessed. But this garden setting was honestly so nice. After that we went to watch the sunset on the rooftop of Riyadh, and I forgot to film any of it.
Okay, so it has dawned upon me that I've been making a lot of videos about Morocco, like itineraries, what you should wear, scams, and all that stuff. But I haven't really talked about why I loved it so much and why it's been my favorite trip to date. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Nicole. I've been to about 20 countries. I've been to about 20 countries so far, and yeah, Morocco has been one of my favorite trips. My favorite trip probably to date. To be honest, I think I've just been avoiding talking about this topic because I'm not sure that I can eloquently like say my thoughts, because every time I open this damn app I just forget how to speak. But I will do my darndest. I think one big thing as a designer and an architecture lover is the architecture. A lot of the buildings are really unassuming from the outside, but like once you're inside, it opens up to these beautiful courtyards with plants and tiles and colors everywhere, and it's just so magical, honestly. And especially in contrast to like the Medina that's always hustling and bustling and super busy, you step into these buildings and courtyards and it's just so serene and peaceful. And I think that contrast was really unexpected, and I thought that was really beautiful. I don't know, there was just something about it that really just like took my breath away every time I walked inside a building. I also really enjoyed the food there. Me coming from the US, I just really enjoyed the novelty of having everything served to me in a tagine. Even like the little dips and the butter came in like these really teeny tiny tagines, and it was so cute. I just thought that was so fun. For some reason, I also really enjoyed having the tea being served to us every time we checked into a hotel or something. Just the hospitality with the tea and everything, I really enjoyed. In Marrakesh specifically, we also got fresh juice every single morning on the main square, and that was just like such a great way to start off the morning, and it was so cheap too. And all of the meat is super savory. If you eat meat, they just slow cook everything, so it's super tender and savory and just melts in your mouth. I highly recommend that you try some tangia, which is like a slow roasted, or a slow cooked, I should say, lamb, and it's really good. I think the biggest thing for me though was just how loud and colorful and in your face everything was, especially with me coming from like the suburbs of Minnesota. Like it was such a stark contrast to what I'm used to on a daily basis. I loved walking through all the souks in the Medina, especially in Marrakesh, seeing all the vendors in the shops with their colorful goods just like spilling out onto the street for you to look over, and that was really cool. I loved seeing the main square just come to life as the sun was setting, with all of like the street performers, the lights, the food vendors, and you could hear the street musicians like drumming all throughout the night. The city just kept me on my toes. It was something unlike I've ever experienced before. It was like I was in a completely different world. So for these reasons, Morocco has been my favorite trip I've ever taken thus far, which is crazy because I didn't even want to go at first. It was my boyfriend's idea. But if you ever get the chance to visit, I would recommend it. Just make sure you do your research and that you feel safe.
السلام عليكم الخوت. كيما شفتوا هادو هما الفيديوهات اللي حاولت نجمع. كنحاول ما امكن انني نجيب فيديوهات زوينه بحالكم، كنحاول ما امكن نختار، كنحاول ما امكن ما نعاودش الفيديوهات، رغم انني ساعه كنقع في اخطاء كبيره اللي صراحه بزاف ديال الناس كينبهوني ليها، خصوصا واحد الخطا عملته هاد اليومين. كنتمنى ان شاء الله، كنعتذر منكم، كنتمنى ان شاء الله مع الوقت ما بقاش ندير الاخطاء بحال هادو وما بقى لنا والو، ويتقاداو امتحانات ان شاء الله، ونبقاو نركزوا اكثر الفيديوهات، نبقاو نفلتريو اكثر باش ننزلوا احسن محتوى ان شاء الله. وشكرا بزاف على الدعم ديالكم، ونتلاقاو في فيديو جديد.